Everyone, my name is Father Ted. I'm a chaplain at the National Shrine Grotto at Mount St. Mary's, and we're beginning Holy Week. And like every year, we start off Holy Week with Palm Sunday, and it's a great celebration. Normally we're able to receive these palms, and unfortunately this year many places we won't be able to do that, but there still is this incredible gospel reading that kicks off the Holy Week that is very long. That might be, for some of us, the most memorable aspect of it. It's 2 entire chapters from one of the Gospels. But it's also unique in that it has these different people playing different parts. So it's not just one deacon or one priest doing the entire gospel, but you've got somebody doing the voice, somebody doing the narrator, somebody playing Jesus Christ, and then you have the entire congregation usually playing the part of the crowd. And this is a great way for us to begin Holy Week, this sacred and solemn time of the year, because during this time we're called to really have our eyes focused upon the passion of Jesus Christ. After all, this is what the evangelists are trying to do as well. They dedicated a huge amount of their writings to the Passion. If you read through the gospel, it sometimes seems as if they're passing over huge details and Jesus is almost like teleporting from one place to another because they jump over many aspects. And John says they do that because if they wrote everything that there was to write about Jesus Christ, they would fill all the books of the world, and so to avoid that, they just said the essential stuff. But when it gets to the final 24 hours, they don't skimp on any details. There's almost a play-by-play account of those final 24 hours of Jesus' life. And you can just see by the quantity of time they invest in the Passion. John's Gospel, for example, it's 21 chapters long. 7 of them are dedicated to the final 24 hours of Jesus' life. So it's an incredible amount of time spent on the Passion. And for our Lord as well, the Passion is really the climax, the center of his life. When he came to earth, Jesus Christ, the Word made flesh, did many different things. The Catechism tells us that he came to earth in order to show us the Father's love. He came to earth in order to be a model of holiness for us. We see him healing the sick. We see him instituting sacraments. We see him teaching the good news. We see him founding the church. So there's a lot of stuff happening, but it isn't until Good Friday, when he is hanging upon the cross, that he can finally say, "It is finished." It is consummated, as it has it in the Latin. He is finally there, when he gives his life, finished the mission that his Father sent him to earth to accomplish. And so during this week, if it's something that's so important for the evangelists, it's something so important for Jesus Christ himself, it is the center and the climax of his life, we should draw closer to this mystery. And we can do so by simply reading the Bible, reading the Gospel, reading the Passion narratives in the Gospel. Or maybe we could do the Stations of the Cross on a daily basis. Those would be another great way to draw closer to Christ and his Passion. But the more we do that, the more we focus upon Christ's final 24 hours, the more joy we will have in that Easter celebration, when despite all of that which he undergoes, all that he suffers, he emerges triumphant, victorious over death and suffering in the resurrection. So let us make sure to live well this final week of Lent so that we might celebrate with the risen Christ on Easter Sunday.